want to welcome Diana Boland to the program, and she is with Thrive. It's not really a club, it's kind of an entity that we've kind of discussed just a second ago, but it's a great addition to the community here in terms of getting people out and about and in community, right?
Absolutely. I mean, Thrive wants everyone here to have an experience of joy.
Mm-hmm. And do you know what the origin of Thrive was? How did it all start? What was the impetus of the idea? Do you really know?
No,
it's been around
I don't really. I mean, I've been there for about 18 months. Mm-hmm. I think Thrive has been in existence for maybe 10 years.
Oh, okay.
And started out with the idea of a very few. I think Beth Patak was one of those. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not giving somebody else credit, I apologize. Again, I'm kind of a newbie, but
yeah. It was called Thrive in the Community for a little while. Now it's just called Thrive. And
yes.
It's what's kind of evolved a little bit in terms of its mission. But what do you think its core mission is?
Joy.
Yeah?
Joy. Just bringing joy and connection. I shouldn't say just. Mm-hmm. I mean, joy and connection. Those are two things that help with longevity.
Now, do you think folks move into a community like this, and maybe they don't really get the sense that it's community-based. Like you get what you put into it a little bit, right?
Correct.
Like
absolutely.
It doesn't just come to you. So that's what Thrive is all about. Like, hey, get out there, explore, and discover the folks that are out there.
Yes, and make it free to explore. Make it with the goodies like ice cream to explore and information.
Yes, and that leads us to our segment here that we're talking about. You guys have the ice cream social coming up. You love to do this every summer, and it's coming up on the 15th of July.
Yippee! I love ice cream.
So tell us a little about Memorial Care's involvement and how you guys kind of plan these things out.
Well, we usually start planning maybe 3 months in advance. And we are grateful to have Memorial Care Saddleback helping us with the expenses. We'll have the OC ice cream truck on premises, and we will be taking reservations for the event. Without a reservation, people cannot have ice cream.
Oh, come on.
No,
what happened to all that joy we were talking about a second ago?
Well, we also need a little organization because people will be unhappy if they get there and there isn't any ice cream left.
That's true. That's true. It's a little enough for everybody.
Yes. So I don't think I answered your question though. So I mean, the idea is to get people together, help them to socialize, and also to help them see possibilities as far as what's available in the community, as well as get valuable information from Saddleback Memorial Care.
Right. Now, do you think folks are kind of surprised sometimes about just how many clubs and how many groups and how many activities there are for everybody out here?
Yes. In fact, I think that if people, in fact, I have a new neighbor and he doesn't get the globe, and without the globe, you really can't understand what all is going on here. I mean, this helps. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Yes.
I think we're a little bit a part of that.
Yes, absolutely. But I think it is an incredibly overwhelming experience if you're aware of it. But if you're not, you're just in your unit and you're kind of like floating around trying to figure out what there is to do here.
Now, you guys were recently featured in the Globe, right?
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you for that. Yep. We are on page 9 of this week's Globe.
Okay. Terrific. Talk a little bit about what you do and what the organization is all about.
Yes. And it gives you information about the phone number to call for RSVP for the ice cream.
Oh, that's important too. Yeah, we have that on the screen a little bit with the flyer you guys gave out. So calling Senior Advocate Jessica and make sure you get your reservation in there for the ice cream social on the 15th.
Yes.
When you guys go about planning events and doing things, what is like does it evolve as you go? Okay, we've done this, now we want to go to this next level or things like that?
Well, we try to do 3 events a year, but that doesn't limit us to other events that we might choose to do. So it's kind of an ongoing brainstorming that goes on in the meetings. And in fact, right now we're brainstorming about hearing aids. And how we might help people in the community who cannot afford hearing aids to get hearing aids. And the first step is a test to get the hearing tested. So that idea just came from one of our members getting hearing aids. I already have mine. And it's It really can make a difference. Socially, it can make a difference, just functioning everyday life. But there is either a resistance to hearing aids because of vanity, or else people can't afford them. So this is probably going to be our next initiative.
And the latter one's an important one too. Like sometimes I think the vanity, I like to think, I don't know for sure, but I like to think the vanity part is going away a little bit because they're not as obtrusive as they used to be. They're not these giant, blobs sitting at the end of the earth. They're so microscopic sometimes you don't even notice people are wearing them.
Yes.
But there is that barrier to entry sometimes in terms of financial people who are on really tight budgets. I can see where that would be a big bonus for folks.
Yes. So we're hoping to work with the social services and also with the foundation to be able to make hearing aids affordable for a select group of people.
And one of the things, like you say, the Thrive is about joy. And when people are isolated and they feel like they don't want to do social events or they don't want to go out there because they can't hear in group settings, that can be one of the things that prevents them from thriving and having that joy. Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's exactly correct.
So I love the idea that you guys are thinking in those terms in terms of how can we get people who are feeling that way kind of back into the fold.
Yes. Because really this community, and I don't mean just Thrive, I mean all of Laguna Woods, is really a group of very warm-hearted, good people. And I think, once you realize that, it might be easier to get out into the community and just say hi, like we all do walking along Aliso Creek. I'm always saying hi to people. People are always saying hi to me. It's just a wonderful experience.
And that's true. I mean, there's so many clubs and there's so many things that anything you like can be found somehow, somewhere in Laguna Woods Village, whether it's woodworking or golf or riding horses or whatever it might be, painting, music, theater, it's all there. So those little things are just getting people out there and finding that joy in doing those things.
Yes, and you can build your own community. I mean, there are these sub-communities out there, and when I first arrived, I went to the Equestrian Center and had a community there, which I still maintain. And then gradually I expanded to what I really love, which is television.
There we go. And that's the thing. I think all these clubs are really about, at their core, they're not about the thing they do, but they're about community within that group.
Yes. Shared interests and support and working together. And I think, again, Thrive is about working together to create joyous results.
What do you get out of Thrive? Do you love it when you see the results? Do you love the community that you've built within Thrive and those kinds of things?
Well, I am actually, believe it or not, kind of shy, introverted.
I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, I know. My dad was kind of in show business, and he was like, get out there. So for me, Thrive was a safe place to explore working with a larger group.
Okay. And I think it's definitely working in terms of doing that. The Healthy Hearing Initiative, where are you guys in that process? Do you have any dates in the future? Do you think that you might have something coming up in the fall? I know you're doing your summer now.
Yeah. No, we're just I'd say about 30% there right now.
So it's one of those things you're working out and maybe
get
folks.
Yes.
So we'll hear more about that.
You sure will, and I'm very excited about that.
Okay. When it comes down to Thrive, what do you think people really need to understand about just getting out there and doing that? What are some of the barriers, and what are the things that you try to tell folks to get out and be involved?
Okay, first I'll be abrupt and say, get over yourself. All right. There's nobody here, or hardly anybody here, that's going to make you feel bad. So it's about, can you just get out and say hi? That's all. Say hi. Say, I'm new here. And I think from there, you will find people just eager to help you feel at home.
Well, we're going to give folks one more opportunity to go out there and say hi and get out there and get over themselves. July 15th, it's going to be the Thrive Summer Social Event. There's going to be ice cream. You do need to RSVP. Numbers right there on the screen to make sure you do that. And we want to thank Diana very much from Thrive for coming in and talking to us today.
Yummy.
Yummy ice cream. Don't miss it. You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.